This will print millionaires in 2024. Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, we are going to talk about how we plan to make hundreds of thousands of dollars, even millions of dollars in the cryptocurrency space in 2024. Today, I'll share with you our plan to, via proper financial management, multiple income streams, and wise investment in blue chip cryptocurrencies, we plan to generate 6-7 figures worth of investment income moving on into 2024 and on through the rest of the bull market in 2025. Many people have made this seem much more complicated than it needs to be, so I'm going to break down exactly how we manage our finances, our income streams that we're using to finance the investments we're making, and I'm going to show you the investments we are making and why we're making exactly the investments that we are making. If you want to learn how to 5 or 10x your money in the coming bull market, then stay tuned because we're going to talk about all of that and more in this episode of The Climate of Crypto. So without much further ado, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. All right, portfolio, how we doing? Portfolio? Oh crap. With NordVPN, you can keep your assets, and your 37 grand, your 37 grand. NordVPN uses state-of-the-art technology to protect your internet connection from hackers, malware, phishing attempts, and scams that may otherwise use your IP address to access critical and compromising information that can be used to steal passwords, bank account information, or even, dun dun dun, the cryptocurrency portfolio we're about to show you how to build. A basic tenet of success in the cryptocurrency space is that if you make a lot of money and you lose it to a hacker, then that was not smart. So make sure that you invest in high-quality security architecture that will protect you from hackers that will try and steal the wealth that I'm about to show you how to generate. That is why I believe that NordVPN is a critical component of every single cryptocurrency enthusiast security architecture. Make sure to go to nordvpn.com/Jeb and get a 2-year plan with 4 months free and a massive discount with the link in the description box down below, and do it all risk-free with a 30-day money-back refund guarantee. Again, nordvpn.com/Jeb. Sign up right now. Protect yourself from hackers. All right. Boom. Let's set the stage. BlackRock is about to bring a ton of money into the cryptocurrency space, and I'm going to show you today how to generate income for yourself and your family in this video. But let's first explain a little bit why 2024 is going to be such a big year. BlackRock reveals plan to seed spot Bitcoin ETF with $10 million on January the 3rd. That's next Wednesday, my dudes. BlackRock amends spot Bitcoin ETF filing after 6 meetings with the SEC. Initially, an affiliate seeded the fund with $100,000 of seed capital at $25 per share. That has now been increased all the way to $10 million, a 100x. Recently, BlackRock decided to move from an in-kind redemption model, essentially meaning you could turn your ETF in and get Bitcoin, into a cash model where you can turn your ETF in and get dollars out of it. That seems like it's not that big of a deal, but it was one of the biggest things that was holding back the SEC from approving the BlackRock ETF. That seemingly has now been overcome, and considering literally millions of dollars worth of funds are being sold from BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF, we can reasonably assume that it is actually going to be approved. I believe that it will be. Quickly though, let me give you my perspective on why the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF is such a big deal, and you probably haven't heard this perspective before. The United States stock market alone is worth $45 trillion, and the vast majority of that wealth is locked up in retirement accounts. And the reason that that's significant is because that means that a huge amount of the investment capital accessible to the average American citizen is not really able to be invested in Bitcoin very easily. Now, as you guys know, there are IRA companies where you can roll over some of your retirement account into cryptocurrency, but that takes setting up. That takes first learning about the company and trusting the company and moving on with that company. It's not as simple as hitting a few buttons in Fidelity or Vanguard or Robinhood and buying a Bitcoin ETF. And the second hurdle stopping that $45 trillion from getting into Bitcoin is the fact that if you withdraw early from a retirement account, you take a major penalty. So much of the investment portfolio that the average American has, there's a barrier between it and investing in Bitcoin. When the BlackRock ETF gets approved, and I do think it's mostly a matter of when, not if at this point, it's going to be much simpler for people to say, all right, Bitcoin's going to outperform the stock portfolio that I have in the next year. Sell a little bit of that. It's at all-time high anyway, and buy some Bitcoin. It's not. You are going to see a huge amount of value flowing into this market in the next 12 to 18 months, and that is just one of many reasons. But that's not really the point of today's video. In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how we plan to make hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars in 2024's bull market. And we're going to do it with 3 different stages. The first thing we're going to talk about is proper financial management. Why is it so important that we talk about proper financial management? 2 reasons. Number 1, making $1 million, believe it or not, is the easy part. Take it from somebody who has made millions of dollars in his life. I don't say that to brag, but I do have some authority on this subject. It is easier to make $1 million than it is to keep $1 million. It is easier to bring in $1 million in revenue than it is to properly steward and grow that $1 million in revenue. It's a little bit like doing a bench press. If you do the form wrong and you drop $1 million, I mean 225 pounds on your neck, it's going to cripple you. In the same way, if you don't manage your finances properly and you make $1 million, it is going to ruin you. It will ruin your relationships and it will absolutely devastate you because you're probably going to lose it, and losing it will be a lot more painful than getting it was pleasurable. So let's talk about how to properly manage those finances, because my second point is that that's how you're actually going to make the $1 million in the first place. All right, I got a bunch of sub points here. Let's run through them. This is exactly the conversation that I'm having with myself and having with my wife on how we are going to grow our wealth in 2024. First and foremost, we focus on net worth growth as the overarching goal. Why? Well, there's a bunch of different numbers that you can focus on when you're trying to grow your net worth. You can focus on income, you can focus on debt load, you can focus on assets, you can focus on all kinds of things. I'm interested in you being a net worth millionaire, not an asset millionaire. There are plenty of people that have $1 million in assets and $1.5 million in debt. My friend, you are not worth $1 million. You're worth negative $500,000. That's not where you want to be. I want you to be a net worth millionaire because I believe that if you have a good heart, you can do good things with that. We're going to focus on net worth as our goal, and at the end of the day, we're going to be watching that trend above all else. We're going to watch that trend above the number in the bank account. We're going to watch that number above the cryptocurrency portfolio's value. We're going to watch that number above the debt. We're going to watch that number above P&L. The number we're going to watch is net worth. Is that going up or is that going down? If it's going up, we're on the right track. Second point to proper financial management, we're going to minimize debt and interest payments. You know why? Because I would rather you be getting a fancy chair than for you to be paying for the fancy chair of some banker in some skyscraper in New York. That simple. Moving on. We minimize fixed expenses. That's something that we've been really serious about in the last 24 months, is getting rid of overhead, minimizing fixed expenses that are not necessary. This channel is performing very well, and we have slashed expenses to the floor. We have very, very, very minimal expenses, and that gives us more room to grow that net worth. We maximize income with a strong moral compass and a dedication to family, customers, and viewers. And that's important. We never compromise our morality or our integrity to maximize income. Within our integrity, because my standing before God is far more important than net worth, within morality and within integrity and within putting you guys first and your success ahead of our own, we maximize income in a way that benefits both parties, the viewer and us. Finally, one of the last things I want to talk about with proper financial management is what we call our 3-way budgetary split. Basically, the way this works is that on our personal finance side of things, we've got a few different numbers. First and foremost, you have your income. That's how much money you pay yourself every single month. Then you have your expenses. Those are fixed expenses. Subtract those two, you're going to be left with something called a discretionary budget. Let's say you make $120,000 after tax. That's $10,000 a month. You got $6,000 in fixed expenses. All right, boom. You got a $4,000 a month discretionary budget. But what do you do with that? You can spend that on whatever you want, but there's 3 categories that's always going to fall into: generosity, wants, and investment. Your goal is to place a percentage on each of those 3 categories: wants, investments, and generosity, that matches as closely to where you are right now, and then gradually move it over time if you want to make a change. If you're spending 50% of your discretionary budget on wants, start there. And if you want that to change, slowly change it over time. It takes time to change habits. It takes time to make dinner at home 7 nights a week. Change it slowly. All right, cool. I will talk about that in a future video, but that's kind of how we do it. We put about 50% of our discretionary budget into our net worth generation fund, also known as the investment fund. That is money that we turn around from our personal finances and put right back into investments. Those are a few of the basic principles of financial management that we teach in case you never see any of our other content. But now I want to move on to the actual income streams that we're working with, that we're going to use to generate hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars in the year of 2024 with the massive bull market that's coming. As you guys know, I have been a full-time YouTuber in the cryptocurrency space for over 6 years now, and with that come certain revenue streams that we have built up over time. I'm going to break those down right now. First and foremost, YouTube ads. This channel gets a little over 400,000 views a month, and those videos videos have ads on them, and that brings in a considerable amount of income. That is one of multiple streams of revenue that we are able to generate with the YouTube channel here. Number 2, Lux Algo. As you guys know, Lux Algo is an affiliate of the channel. I am a firm believer in the product. I've been using the product for a very long time, and whenever you guys sign up with the link down below, it helps to support the channel, and we get a kickback whenever you guys sign up for Lux Algo. I love the product. You guys love the product. It helps us generate wealth. It helps you guys generate wealth. So it's a match made in heaven. That's one of our revenue streams. Another one is, of course, the sponsor of this video, NordVPN. They're a sponsor of the channel. They pay us every single month. I believe in their product. I've been using it for a long time, well before they ever sponsored us. So why not take the sponsorship and share with you guys the benefits of NordVPN? That's one of our revenue streams. CT2A, the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. I believe firmly in the importance of education. And so I believe that if I can teach you guys how to make investments and do technical analysis in the cryptocurrency space, you will end up making a lot more money in crypto than the amount of money that you spend on CT2A. That's one of our revenue streams. Another one is financial coaching. In case you guys didn't know, I do financial coaching. I've got several appointments lined up right now. I actually just emailed one of our viewers about an hour ago to set up an appointment with him tomorrow, which is about an hour before you see this video coming out. I charge about $150 an hour for that, and that is one of our revenue streams as well. Second to last, we've got a bunch of other affiliates down below that we've worked with in the past. Apex is one of them, Bybit. We got a few different affiliates, and they generate some passive income. So that kind of comes in. I normally funnel all of that right into investing in the cryptocurrency market. So that's another one of our income streams. We've also got interest income. If you guys don't know, you can get 5% easily in a checking account. We've got some interest income coming in from our emergency fund, and that generates a good bit of money every single month. It's paid out. That just gets compounded. It's paying like 5% right now. It's not much, but the money wouldn't have been getting anything otherwise. So that is another income stream. It's somewhat small, but it's one of the ones that I should mention. Those are the income streams that we are personally working with, and I want to add to that real estate in the next few years. I want to make a few real estate investments after this bull market, and that's probably the direction we're going to go. Right now, we got a very small family, spending a lot of time laying the foundation and groundwork for another 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years of a beautiful home life, family life. That's really our focus right now. But I would like for us to get into real estate in the next couple of years. And if we do, I will make sure to let you guys in on how that goes. Last but not least, there is actually investment income. Our cryptocurrency portfolio is up a couple dozen % in the last month. So very excited about that. That doesn't really count as money in. It accounts for net worth increase, but I suppose you could include it as an income stream, even though it's not really. It's actually just the appreciation of a portfolio. So those are the income streams that we're working with. For you, it might look a little bit different, but I want you to be crystal clear on what they all look like. I know what every single one of our income streams is doing. I am monitoring it almost daily as part of my work, and I know how I am using it to contribute to the overall goal of increasing net worth. For example, several of those income streams I direct straight at cryptocurrency. Think about it like having 7 or 8 fire hoses. That's about how many fire hoses we have. For you, it might be 1. It might be your job. It might be your job plus a side hustle. Maybe you make soap on the side and you make $300 a month with that. You might have a couple different fire hoses. For we've got 7 or 8. I direct a couple of them straight at crypto, and they just, boom, everything it makes goes right into a dollar cost averaging. That's how we're funding our DCAing right now, is a few of the different affiliates, pump them straight into dollar cost averaging into the cryptocurrency space. Never even see them. Never even tempted to spend it. You just go straight into investment. That's a really, really important hack. For you, again, it might be different. Maybe you have a job. Maybe you have a career. Maybe you have a business. Maybe you've got a job. Maybe you've got 2 incomes at home. Whatever it is, get clear on what your income is. And then we can move on to topic number 3, which is our investment thesis. And this is what I really want to hone in on in this video, because we really do plan on making hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars in the cryptocurrency space. And I want to show you how we plan on doing that. Before we get into it, though, I do want to make sure expectations are clear, because some expectations in the cryptocurrency space have been set way too high. What do I mean? There are a lot of people in cryptocurrency that want to make it out like you can go and make 10,000x reliably. Like, this altcoin, guys, this altcoin's going so far into the... I guarantee you, this altcoin's about to 100,000x. You're about to become a millionaire with $10. If I invest $10 into Cardano, how long do I have to wait for it to go to $1 million? It's not how it works. It's not how it works. You know why? Because it's gambling. There are ways to reliably make 5 or 10x in the next year, and I'm about to show you how to do that in 2024. This is our exact plan. This is what I am doing with 6 years experience working in this market every day. This is what I'm doing as a foundation. I'm doing other stuff on top of it. But let's get it out of our head that we're going to reliably go make 250x. Okay? Got to have realistic expectations. You got to put some money in to make some money. If you're expecting to be foolish with debt and you've got a brand new fancy car that you can't afford, you've got a giant house that you can't afford, or you're sitting on your butt and you're not working and you have no income, or, you know, something more understandable. Maybe something horrible happened and you just don't have a big income and you just can't. Maybe you're 16 and the best you can hope to do is make $13 an hour at the local supermarket, whatever it is. You've got to have some money to make some money. So set realistic expectations. For us, realistic expectations are to make 6 or 7 figures in the next year. For you, it might be to make $10,000. For you, it might be to make $50,000. You don't have to become a millionaire tomorrow. The longer it takes, in a lot of cases, the better, because it gives you more time to learn how to properly manage it. Again, take it from somebody who's seen millions of dollars. It can ruin you, and you need to learn how to manage it properly, or it can actually be a damage to your personal life. Okay? Cool. So let's talk about how we're going to make 6 or 7 figures ourselves. We hope to anyway, in 2024. First things first, dollar cost averaging. We got to talk about DCAing. Dollar cost averaging is investing into a certain market on a certain schedule, a certain planned amount for a certain amount of time. That can be as simple as opening up a Coinbase account, opening up a Kraken account, opening up whatever kind of account, hitting the recurring buy button, linking it to your bank account, and purchasing a certain asset every Friday. I recommend every Friday. That's typically statistically the lowest price for Bitcoin. This is the foundation of everything we're going to do in cryptocurrency. Can you make lump sum investments? Yes. Start with the dollar cost averaging. Start with the recurring purchases. Why? I have found that throughout my life, the things that I've done the most consistently, I have been the most successful at, even if, for the sake of consistency, I had to drop the quality or the quantity a little bit. The first 3 years on this channel, I made a video every single day. I barely missed a day for 8 months and did not make a penny. For many of you guys going to the gym, you're going to go and work out in the gym every day for a year, and because you don't know what you're doing yet, you're not going to get anywhere. But the consistency is what's going to pay off. You are going to be successful if you dollar cost average, if you set a system. Solve systemic problems with systemic solutions. What's a systemic solution to the systemic problem of not having an investment portfolio? Setting up a system to systematically invest in the market. Don't rely on yourself thinking, oh, gee willikers, I think I ought to buy some Cardano right now in 3 months. Set up the system, something you can manage, purchase something that you reasonably expect is going to go up in value on a certain schedule. For me, that is the stock market and crypto. It's mostly crypto right now because of the bull market coming, but it is also the stock market. What should you purchase? I call them blue chip cryptocurrencies. In the stock market, Ford's a blue chip. Microsoft's a blue chip. Google's a blue chip. Alphabet is a blue chip. Apple is a blue chip. It's a cryptocurrency that it's a stock that you reasonably expect is going to perform very well. It's going to be a basis of your portfolio. I define a blue chip cryptocurrency at this point in the maturity of the cryptocurrency space thus: a cryptocurrency that has been through at least one bull market prior, that survived the most recent bear market, that is going on an uptrend right now, and I believe will return to all-time high because its fundamentals are as strong or stronger right now than they were when it went to all-time high last time. An example would be Solana. Solana is currently trading at $109, but during the previous bull market, it went to $258. The fundamentals are stronger than ever. The community is stronger than ever, and to boot, it survived the collapse of FTX and has come back stronger than ever. Solana meets all of our criteria, and so therefore, I've been investing in it. We have an average cost basis of $74.52 for our Solana investments. They are up over 50% right now, and they're going to continue to go up. I'm dollar cost averaging every single week into Solana along with many others. Invest in the top 20, top 30 in what we consider blue chip cryptocurrencies. This is a recommendation. It is not financial advice. This is simply my opinion, which is what you came for. We're also investing in the stock market. The United States stock market is hitting all-time high as we speak, and we are keeping our IRAs maxed out. Just a side note. Let's go ahead and add that in there. Now, how much do we plan to invest? Well, like I said, we've talked about how several of those income streams for us, I'm just pointing straight at investing in the altcoins. We already have a huge Bitcoin Ethereum portfolio. We're investing straight into the altcoins because they're going to double, triple, quadruple, quintuple. They're going to go through massive rallies. I will not be getting into the specifics of how much money we're going to invest in 2024. Ultimately, we won't know for sure exactly how that much is until the end of 2024, but I will say that it's in the 6 figures. And I will tell you right now, some of the assets that we're invested in and are investing in every single Friday. In no particular order: Cardano, Polygon, Solana, Chainlink, Polkadot, Avalanche, Cosmos, Near Protocol, Uniswap, XRP, Ethereum, VeChain, Sheeb and Doge, ICP, Stellar Lumens, HBAR, Yearn Finance, Celestia, Graph. We don't yet have any Binance, but I do want to get some Binance, especially with the recent rally that we've seen. And I also plan on looking into some of the layer 2 projects that are being built on Cardano right now, as well as any others that may cross my desk at some point in the next year. That portfolio right now is up 15% in the last 3 weeks. Many of the cryptocurrencies in that portfolio need to rally by 3 to 6x to return just to all-time high, and their fundamentals are massively stronger right now than they were 2.5 years ago when they first went to all-time high, so I expect the vast majority of them will more than double all-time high. The investments that we're making in cryptocurrency right now, therefore, I believe will bring a 5 to 10x return in the next 12 to 18 months. With a dollar cost averaged investment that is in the 6 figures, we expect that to bring returns in the millions during this bull market. I will reiterate, if you can only afford to invest a few $100s or a few $1,000s, that's great. And you will make money doing what I just laid out. That is not a guarantee. I can't see the future for sure, but I do believe you'll be successful if you do what I just said. But you're probably not going to be making millions of dollars. You got to work on the income side of things. You've got to work on the financial management side of things. That's why you can't neglect those. Don't expect to invest $1,000 a year and make millions. You've got to figure out a way to get the income right. We've got a lot of income because we have a big channel and I'm able to bring a lot of value to a lot of people. And when you provide value to the marketplace, money comes back to you. And I make sure that I never, ever, ever take a sponsor that I don't truly believe in. But there are a lot of sponsors and affiliates that I truly believe in that are lucrative for us. Do you have a different way of generating income? Maybe you're an engineer. Maybe you're an astrophysicist. Maybe you're a plumber. Maybe you're a roofer. I know many of you guys, and I know many of your stories, and I know that you can find some money in your budget. At least I think more than likely you can find some money in your budget to put something into Bitcoin. Because 5 to 10x, even on a couple $1,000s, that could be life-changing wealth. And that brings me to the whole reason that we're doing this in the first place. Something I want you to remember from somebody who has seen millions of dollars in their life. Do not love money. Make sure that you are being generous with it. Hold on to riches with open hands, like this. Because let me just tell you something. One day they're going to leave your hands. And you can either hold on to them like this, or you can hold on to it like this and have peace about it. It is wise to build your wealth. It is, however, also wise to be okay with losing it. Because if you're not okay with losing it, then you are enslaved to it. Let me say that again. If you're not okay with losing it, it has control over you. I preach financial sovereignty, not getting rich. There's a big difference. I want you to build wealth, but never to build so much wealth that it has rule over you. I would rather you be worth $10,000 and be in charge of those $10,000 than to be worth $100 million and they run you like a slave. And my final piece of advice for anyone who would choose to listen to it is don't love the world too much. It's going to kill you one day anyway. With all of that said, it is wise to make investments. With all of that said, it is good stewardship to minimize debt, to maximize income within integrity and morality. And it is wise and good and faithful stewardship to try and grow that wealth within a strong moral compass. And if you do what I just laid out, I believe that you will be worth significantly more in 12 to 18 months than you are right now. That's our plan, and if you're interested, I would be more than happy to detail even more of what our plan is and how it's going as the bull market progresses. I am happy to report that our portfolio is up about 25%. The overall portfolio is up about 25% in just the last 30 to 40 days. I do not claim to have it all figured out, and believe me, guys, I've made a lot of mistakes with money in my time. But because I've done that, I have learned a lot of lessons, some the hard way, some the easy way. And it's my intention to share them with you that we would all be able to grow towards having a more secure financial future for ourselves, for our family, and for the future generation. If you're interested in more cryptocurrency and financial sovereignty content, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Tell me down below, how is your journey going on? If you're willing to share it, and it's okay if you're not. How much money are you planning on investing in 2024? What's your strategy? Are there any specific altcoins that you want to get into? And have you yet signed up for NordVPN to help you protect that wealth that I want to help you build? NordVPN is great because it's an investment. I really like to think about all the things that I sell on the channel here as investments. If you buy Lux Algo, you're investing in an indicator that can bring you more returns. If you buy CT2A, you're investing in education that can bring you more returns. If you buy NordVPN, you're going to be spending like $5 a month if you end up buying the 2-year plan, getting 4 months free, risk-free with a 30-day money-back refund guarantee, and you're going to be making an investment in your education that could save you tens of thousands of dollars if you were to get hacked. It is a very real possibility. It happens to real people, and you don't want that to be your story. You don't want to go through the process of making tens or hundreds of or millions, tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars and lose it all to a hacker. Make sure to sign up for NordVPN with the link in the description box down below. If you like this video, consider hitting that like button. Make sure to hit that post notification bell so you won't miss a single episode. That'll also hopefully stop YouTube from unsubscribing you. YouTube's been unsubscribing some of our viewers lately. And stay tuned because we got more content coming out. Before I go, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always. And I will see you guys in the next video.